Welcome to the Vibrant online ordering experience. There are two ways you can place an order for a patient. The first page that will display once you log into the portal is the home page. If you are ordering on a new patient that you have not ordered Vibrant Labs before, you will click on Order Test first. Enter the patient's last name and first name, and their date of birth. Once you click Find Patient, the system will double check to make sure that this is not a patient you have already ordered on in order to avoid creating duplicate patients. Once it determines this is a new patient, you'll be prompted to enter the patient's address. Double check that the information that displays is correct. If the information is correct, enter the patient's phone number, their email address, and then if you have sample collection information, you can enter that when you place the order. However, most of the time, you will not have that information, and that is not required. Each of the pieces of information that is required has an asterisk next to it during the ordering process. You'll notice that the ordering page now looks similar to the test price calculator. It also looks similar to the way the digital price sheet is laid out. What you'll do is you can find the test that you wish to order. There are two different ways to do this. You can go simply by the way that it's laid out, or you can now search for a test. So for instance, if you want to order the additives panel, you can select that here and search for it. You can also search under the Vibrant America tab for Vibrant Micronutrients. And all of your custom panels, any custom panels that you have created in the system will show up under your custom panels tab as well. Discount panel is where we have put all of the bundles that we've created that are discounted for you. So if you tend to order any of those, for instance, the mycotoxin and organic acids bundle, this is also searchable. And we also have created tags and search terms that you can click on that will automatically default to any of the tests that fall under those categories. Once you've selected the test that you wish to order, you can see down at the bottom all of the required collection kits, tubes, and phlebotomy that will be included in a kit for the patient or for your practice. We do have several options. You can view what's in the blood kit, what is in the kit for non-blood tests, or all of it together. It'll display the quantity of each type of tube as well as any additional information you need to know about it. There will be, if you order anything that requires a sample other than blood, there will be a non-blood kit statement at the bottom. We ship those directly to the patients, unless you have an alternative agreement with the lab that you stock those in your practice, or you are an international account and you stock those in your practice. So once you've reviewed all of that information, it used to be that the order completion process ended at the bottom of the screen. You'll now notice that the payment method and total price summary are over in the right-hand column now. You can select which option, depending on which payment options you have set up on your account. Make sure that the correct one is set up, and then click Total Price Summary. Once you reach this screen, you're going to see some information that's going to be important for you to double check. First of all, make sure that the tests you've selected are displaying correctly, the quantity that you've selected for them, as well as the price. The next thing is you will be prompted to select which kits need to be sent to the patient. If we are sending all of that to the patient, for instance, if you do not do phlebotomy in your practice and you're sending the patient out to get drawn somewhere else, you can select to have just the blood kit, and you can also select to have the non-blood kit. If you are drawing phlebotomy in your practice and the only kits you need to have sent to the patient is anything that doesn't require blood, for instance, in this case, the organic acids and mycotoxin is a urine sample, the patient would just receive the non-blood kit. If you have all of the kits stocked in your practice, for instance, if you're bulk ordering kits to you, you would just select no kits. No kits will be sent to the patient, and all of the kits will be given to the patient either from your practice or the patient will be coming in to give their sample at your practice. You will just want to specify which kits, if any, need to be sent to the patient. You are required to make a selection here so that the lab knows what to send to the patient. Once you have specified what needs to go to the patient, double check that the information over in the far right is correct, which kits are going to be sent by the lab to the patient, which kits are handled by your practice. And then you can enter the patient's payment information if you are collecting payments in office. That information can be entered here, as well as you can enter the patient's email to send them the invoice directly. If everything looks okay, you're just going to click complete order. And then you will see this screen populate that lets you know that your order was placed. From this screen, the same options are still available as before. You can download and or print the full requisition. You can download or print the order only information, and you can download or print specimen information. The difference is the full requisition is going to have all of the information on it, including the prices. Unless you're set up for client bill, those should not display. And it will also include specimen collection and handling for the sample types that you have selected. The only order information will display only with the tests that are ordered, and it will not include the specimen collection. And then as it implies, specimen information will include the specimen collection. If you're going to place an order on a patient that is existing in our system, whom you have already ordered on before, the process will be similar. However, you will, instead of going to order test, you can go through order test. You'll have to type in the patient's information all over again. If the patient already exists in our system, it's actually quicker to go to the patient's tab and then select the patient on whom you want to order. You'll click order test. Double check that all of the information entered is correct based on what's been entered into the system. And then what you'll do is you will select the panels that you want to order for that patient. And then you'll just double check, take a look at the collection instructions or the specimen collection tubes that are going to be required. Once you get to the next screen, again, you will specify what needs to be sent to the patient and what the practice already has. So perhaps I don't draw blood in my practice. I'm going to go ahead and have everything sent to the patient. I'm just going to double check and make sure that the tests I've selected look correct, the pricing is correct, and then I have specified which kits go where. I can take, again, the patient's payment in office. I can email them the invoice. Once I've determined that all of this looks correct, I can click complete order. And the same screen will display. I can download the full requisition, or I can do only order information or specimen collection.